quiet world now. He no longer talked to anyone about his kids. After a few days of travel, he found his daughter Amy in the backyard of a large, beautiful house. She was on the phone. For a second, Frank saw the little girl who used to run to him with open arms. It warmed his heart. Now she was a top executive, married to a wealthy man, living a life most people dream of. But when she saw Frank, her smile seemed a bit forced, and when he asked about her husband, she quickly changed the subject. Frank didn't think too much of it. He was too happy to see her and his grandson again. Later that night, the son-in-law came home. He and Amy acted loving in front of Frank, but at dinner, Frank noticed how cold and distant his grandson was toward his own father. At first, Frank brushed it off. Maybe the boy was just being moody. When Frank asked to stay a few extra days, Amy quickly made excuses. She said things were busy and hectic. That made Frank suspicious, and when he tried to take a family photo, both Amy and her son seemed uneasy around the husband. Clearly, there were problems in her marriage. Frank left a letter behind, then quietly moved on. He hoped Amy was happy, but now he wasn't so sure. Next, he went to see his other son, Robert. After several transfers, he finally found the orchestra where his son worked. He pointed at a poster with a conductor on it and proudly asked a stranger to take his picture. He was beaming with pride, but when he entered the rehearsal hall, he saw that Robert wasn't the conductor. He was just a drummer. The gap between dreams and reality caught both of them off guard, but Frank didn't believe his son had lied. When Robert ran up to greet him, he still looked like that sweet boy from years ago. At first, Robert was thrilled to see his dad, but when Frank asked why he told everyone he was a conductor, his eyes started to dodge. Robert explained, being a drummer is less stressful. He makes money, gets to travel, and genuinely loves what he does. As for being a conductor, that was just his mom bragging. She was proud, so he never corrected her. Frank felt it was a waste of talent. He encouraged Robert to go back to school, work toward becoming a real conductor someday. He'd support him financially, if needed, but Robert turned him down. He was content with the life he had. Even after that, Frank still didn't want to give up. He asked to stay for a few days, but Robert said he was flying to Europe that night for a performance. Rejected again. Frank felt a deep sadness rise in his chest, but he kept it to himself. He quietly left a letter on top of Robert's favorite drum and asked the same question again.
And you happy? Happy? Yeah. I get paid to bang a big loud drum all day. Of course I'm happy.
But Frank already knew Robert was lying too. Just like Amy, a father is supposed to be the one person his children can lean on. But somehow, he had become part of the lie they all told. Still, Frank pushed on. He wanted to see his youngest daughter next. On the way, he tried calling David the son he hadn't reached yet. The phone rang and rang. No answer. At the station, he missed the last bus after mixing up the schedule. He planned to catch a train instead. But in the tunnel, he ran into a homeless man. The man looked about David's age. Out of sympathy, Frank gave him some cash, but the man followed him and tried to steal his wallet. In the scuffle, Frank's medicine fell to the ground and got crushed. He hadn't expected a simple act of kindness to end like this, without a prescription. He couldn't get a refill. Left with no choice, he rushed back home, this time by plane. But shortly after takeoff, Frank passed out. When he woke up, he was in the hospital. The good news? All his kids had come to see him. The bad